Today I'm gonna be doing a review on Cabin Fever, and it was kind of an interesting movie. It had the typical veneer of some high school students trapped in a house, and it was interesting to say the least. They had a couple sex scenes, was typical in like a horror flick that is catering to a younger audience for sure. And it also works well with a little bit of the creepiness. It works quite well because I don't know. It's kind of interesting how they do it. It's not like a slasher flick. It also has a little bit of kind of a raunchy kind of feel. Cabin. I also watched Cabin Fever 2, and Cabin Fever 2 it wasn't as good. It was a little bit of a letdown, and it went in a completely different direction than I anticipated. It was kind of confusing at first because the second Cabin Fever 2 is set in a high school, and I don't know, some of the images are a little disturbing. Are a little bit disturbing to say the least. But yeah, Cabin Fever 1 I would approve of. It was pretty good. As far as but both of them are streaming on Netflix right now, and the third I believe is not, if I recall. No, no. Let me check here. Let me check here. I don't believe it is. Let me see here. Mm, no, Cabin Fever 3 is not here. Yeah, but back to a little bit of the synopsis of the first two flicks. Well, it starts off. I don't want to. Obviously, I don't want to have any spoilers. But the first one, Cabin Fever 1, they make that little cinematography kind of like drive with them out, and it's very placid and beautiful, and you could tell something bad's about to happen. And then strange things start to occur. They start their skin starts turning black like it's the plague or whatever, and of course they start freaking out because there's some kids. And then there's this really asshole kid. I don't know what his name is. Yeah, he has this really beautiful girlfriend, and he kind of leaves her alone. And then there's this prototypical good kid, and he also has a girlfriend. And then there's also this character that's quite interesting. He just wants to shoot things and play video games. Yeah. Anyways, what ends up happening? I don't want to spoil anything. But yeah, I don't. It's quite interesting, and I love the way they did it because they didn't take themselves too seriously. But the second Cabin Fever it was atrocious. I know I've read a few comments saying that they prefer the second Cabin Fever too. I don't really see it. I definitely like the first one because the first one is it has a few tactics that work well with it. It's more of a storytelling, whereas the second it's more like in your face, trying to gross you out, trying to creep you out. Trying just what's the word I'm looking for? Just trying to get a reaction out of the audience. Whereas the first one was definitely more methodical. It was definitely more, they didn't take themselves too serious, and it was based more on subtle things instead of outlandish kind of grandiose things in the second one. So that's definitely why I prefer the first one. And yeah, I think oh yeah, to give you a rating, Cabin Fever 1, I would give a rating of um maybe a 6.5 to a 7. And a girlfriend rating, if you want to watch it with your girlfriend, maybe an 8. Now Cabin Fever 2, I'd probably give it a good 4. 4. And a girlfriend rating of, I wouldn't watch it with a girlfriend, no. But I'll still give it a rating of a 2 for the girlfriend rating. And I think that's it. That's our review. See you next time.